one of the most important factors that affects the learning environment of the student is no other than the environment itself. So now that we are finished on tackling about motivation, let us now discuss about the factors that affects motivation. And one of those factors, one of the biggest factors that affect motivation is no other than our environment. So according to our textbook, the definition of environment is one total of sum of one's total surrounding. So this includes the human factors and the non-human factors. So according to our textbook also, that the environment of a student can either motivate the student or demotivate the student. So as a future educator, it is important to us to build an environment for our student to build a good environment for our student. And we have three factors. So if we are talking about the learning environment of a student, it consists of three factors, which is the teacher, the classmate, and of course our parents. So before we proceed to our discussion, which is Module 22 about human environment factors affecting motivation, I would like first to share an information. So this is a survey. The respondents are students ranging from 13 to 17 years old. So they were asked the best characteristics of a teacher and the worst characteristics of a teacher. There are 1,000 respondents. So the best characteristic of a teacher, if they have a sense of humor, they have the knowledge on their subject matter, they explain things clearly, and if they help their student. And then we have the worst characteristic of a teacher, which is dull and boring, placing too much expectation on the students, and then a terrible personality overall. So that are just some of the teacher's affective traits. So now let's delve deeper into the teacher's affective traits, which is the first one that consists the learning environment of a student. So teacher's affective traits. So researchers cites the following affective characteristics of an effective teacher. So first, a teacher needs to be caring. So how can a teacher shows that they care? So a teacher can show that they care when they are listening to their student demands, if they are accommodating the questions of their students. And then we have the fairness and respect. So how can you show as a future educator that you are fair and respect to your student? So of course, you shouldn't have any favoritism, and you need to treat your student as people with their own emotions, with their own needs, with their own capabilities, and their own limitations. And then we have the social interaction with student. So when you socialize with your student, you need to be friendly, but also know your limitation. You need to be friendly, but at the same time maintaining boundaries, creating boundaries within your student. Even though you are being friendly, you should know your certain boundaries as their teacher. And then we have enthusiasm and motivation for learning. So you need to encourage your students in your subject matter. You need to encourage them maybe by praising them. Diba? And then we have attitude toward the teaching profession. So this is always mentioned all the time, that if you will pursue the teaching career, you need to see it as your calling. You need to be a teacher at heart, not just for money. Okay? So you need to have a good attitude towards your teaching profession. And then positive expectations of student. So of course, one of the ways to motivate